2018 World Cup qualifiers, Italy's proud record in danger. The last burst of qualifying matches for the 2018 World Cup allows some nations a chance to dream, but for football aristocrat Italy, the next few days are a potential nightmare. The last 9 places in Russia will be settled in 7 frantic days starting on Thursday. There are 4 berths up for grabs in Europe, where the 8 best runners-up in the 9 groups have been paired in home and away playoffs. The last 3 of Africa's 5 qualifiers will be settled in the final round of group games, although Senegal and South Africa will squeeze in an extra match on Friday. There are 2 long-distance playoffs as New Zealand faces Peru and Australia plays Honduras. In Europe, Italy, Greece, Switzerland, and the Republic of Ireland are all seeded and play the second leg at home. For Italy and veteran goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon, that might not be such an advantage against Sweden. The Azzurri drew at home with both Spain and Macedonia in its group. The playoff puts Italy's proud record of World Cup participation is in danger. The Azzurri are tied with Germany for most appearances by a European nation, 18, but Germany has already made sure of a 19th berth. Italy's defense needs to beware of Sweden, the top scorer among the 8 playoff teams, with 26 goals in 10 games. Switzerland collected 27 points in its 10 group games, more than 5 of the nations that won their groups, yet it came second on goal difference to Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. They're obviously the seeded team, so the pressure's more on them than us, Northern Ireland forward Jamie Ward said. We're always great as the underdogs, so I think it was a bit of a bonus us not being seeded. The encounter between Greece and Croatia pairs 2 nations that specialize in winning playoffs. If Greece wins, it will become the first European team to reach 3 successive World Cups through playoffs. Croatia has won all 4 of its qualifying playoffs for major tournaments. Croatia has the star names with Luka Modric, Ivan Rakitic, Mario Mandzukic, and Ivan Perisic, but Greece's seeded and home advantage could prove even greater as the 2 countries have agreed to ban away fans from the matches. There's been big questions put to the players, they've come up with the answers. Irish assistant manager Roy Keane said, "The Danish danger man is Tottenham's Christian Eriksen, who has scored in each of his last 6 appearances for his nation. Denmark have a lot of skillful players, good options going forward, and Eriksen is a really big player for them," Keane said. There's been big questions put to the players, they've come up with the answers. Irish assistant manager Roy Keane said, "The Danish danger man is Tottenham's Christian Eriksen, who has scored in each of his last 6 appearances for his nation. Denmark have a lot of skillful players, good options going forward, and Eriksen is a really big player for them," Keane said. Showdown for Morocco in Africa, Nigeria, and Egypt have booked their tickets, but 3 of the 5 group winners are still to be decided. In Group Group A, Tunisia is almost there. It leads Congo by 3 points and faces last place Libya at home. The Carthage Eagles could even qualify if they lose and Congo beats Guinea in Kinshasa, provided both games are low-scoring and decided by just one goal. Group C is finely balanced. Morocco travels to Abidjan for a game that will decide who qualifies. Ivory Coast has home advantage, but Morocco has a 1-point edge in the table and will qualify with a draw. We need a team that will go to war and every player to be ready to give 200%, said Ivory Coast manager Mark Wilmots. In Group D, Senegal leads by 2 points and plays South Africa home and away, needing 2 points to be absolutely sure. Senegal's likely progress has been delayed because its defeat in South Africa last November was scrubbed out. That match was decided by a bizarre penalty which led to a life ban for the referee, Joseph Lamptey. The 4 teams competing for the 2 remaining places will have to go the extra kilometer. Australia, which has already squeezed through one tense playoff against Syria, takes on Honduras, which edged the United States to finish 4th in its region. The first leg is in San Pedro Sula, then the teams must cross the Pacific for the second leg, nearly 14,000 kilometers away in Sydney. New Zealand, which won the 11-nation Oceania group, and Peru, which finished 5th in the South American group, will be flying the other way. Its first leg is in Wellington, the second, in Lima late next Wednesday, will bring the long qualifying process to a close.